everyone. Queens is the hardest hit of the 5 boroughs right now with more than 7,000 cases of coronavirus. The New York Times calls the situation at Elmhurst Hospital apocalyptic. This morning we are checking in with Queens Borough President Sharon by phone. So thank you for joining us, Borough President. We do appreciate it.
Of course, Dan. Good morning. Hope you're well.
Thank you, and same to you. Let's begin first with what's the situation over at Elmhurst Hospital. Obviously, the equipment is the major headline this morning. The Times reporting there's a huge shortage inside Elmhurst Hospital. What do you know so far? How long before they actually run out?
It's going to be a couple more days before they actually run out, but we are hearing stories of things that don't necessarily align with what we're hearing from the administration in terms of enough PPEs, enough equipment. We cannot have enough equipment. We cannot have enough PPEs.
You're referring to the president saying that New York doesn't need as many ventilators as initially requested in terms of thousands. What are you hearing from the nurses and doctors on the front lines? If they do run out of supplies, what happens?
That's a situation that we're trying to avoid, and that's something that we don't want them to be thinking about, right? Frontline workers, medical professionals, they are simply just moving mountains around the clock with just extraordinary acts of heroism, using every and all tool and resources available to them to save each and every single life. The last thing they need to worry about is whether they have enough equipment, specifically PPEs, ventilators, in order to do their job. And so Queens is deeply grateful for that. But it's part of government to ensure that we get the equipment and the necessary equipment and the tools and the resources that they need to do the job.
Have you spoken to Mayor de Blasio or Governor Cuomo? Is Elmhurst first on the priority list? It seems like there's an influx of cases. We keep showing these long lines of people wanting to get tested at Elmhurst. So have you had those conversations?
I've had conversations with both administrations. Elmhurst Hospital is currently the top priority of the New York City Health and Hospital System.
What is your message right now for Queens residents? You know, we hear all these terms about social distancing. You are in Queens. You're on the front lines as well. Are you seeing people practice this right now? Because it does seem like we're reporting that Queens is really the epicenter of the 5 boroughs, at least.
And being the epicenter, to be clear, by no means is a coveted badge.
Right.
And you know, it might be the epicenter at the very moment, but the thing about this virus and this pandemic, which is global, as we know, is that I don't want to give anyone else in the city, state, or nation a false sense of security necessarily. It's really kind of a snapshot in time, hopefully. But the message to the public, you know, we see people are abiding by social distancing,
right.
But we're going to ask folks to be as vigilant as possible. You know, it's been about, you know, it's been a week. I don't know. Time has time has been a little bit lost here, but as time goes on, because this is not an overnight thing, this is not even a couple weeks thing. This is going to be at least a month forward, and so we're asking everyone to be as vigilant as possible. Stay at home. Take all available precautions. You know, boredom is a luxury.
Yeah, exactly.
And our ability to prevent as many deaths as possible really hinges upon all of us staying ahead of the curve, working together, taking actions together, and taking them now.
Borough President Sharon, I know you were the acting Borough President, but you have been thrown into all of this. We thank you for your leadership and for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me. Talk to you soon.
Okay, stay safe to you.